right, so let's see a few examples here. So number one, looking for both these, we're looking for the perimeter. So for number one, we have a square, and I know that because all the sides have one tick mark, right? So all the sides are equal. And so I know one of the sides is 7 centimeters, and I remember the formula. If we go back to the last slide, or go back to your notes, the perimeter of a square is 4 times the side, right? So I can just do perimeter equals 4 times 7 in this case, which is 28, and then just tag your units on there. So remember, perimeter is one-dimensional because it's a length, right? So it's just going to be centimeters instead of centimeters squared or cubed or anything like that, okay? All right, number two, an 8-foot by 10-foot rug leaves 1 foot of the bedroom floor exposed on all 4 sides. Find the perimeter of the bedroom floor. So you can draw a picture or you can visualize it. For me, I like drawing a picture, so I have a rug. It's 8 foot by 10 foot, so 8 by 10, but then I have 1 foot exposed on either end, right? So I basically have that 1 foot here. So it's something like this. It's 1 foot on either side. So the total, so I'm trying to find the whole bedroom floor, right? The perimeter of the bedroom floor. So basically, this is 8, right? But then I added a foot on either side, so it's actually 10 is the base, and the height is 10 plus 1 on either side, so that's going to be 12. All right, so the perimeter is going to be those two added together and doubled, or I can do, I can either use this formula, 2 base plus 2 height, or I can do 2 times base plus height. All right, so either way works. I'll just use, this is a little more common, although I think I like the other one a little bit better. It would be 2 times 10 plus 2 times 12, so 20 plus 24, which equals 44. So perimeter equals 44, and this time we're talking about feet. Remember, these are one-dimensional. All right, and that's our answer. So circumference of a circle, remember we have two formulas. We have C equals pi d, and we have C equals 2 pi r. Okay, remember d is for diameter, r is for radius. So radius is from the center to the edge of the circle. So this is the radius here, and here we have a diameter, right? The diameter is all the way from one edge of the circle to the other through the center, right? It has to go through the center for it to be a diameter. Okay, so for number 3, we're going to use the formula with r because we're given r, right? So I'm going to do C equals 2 times pi times 3.9. All right, so there's two ways where when you're dealing with pi, there's two types of directions you'll have. Sometimes they'll say express your answer in terms of pi. So if I were trying to do it that way, then I would actually just leave pi, as if almost as if it were like a variable, although it's not. It's a constant, right? But I would just operate with the numbers that that are not pi. And so 2 times 3.9 would be 7.8. And then I would just tag the pi on. So if it said in terms of pi, I would write my answer like this, okay? If it said approximate or round to the nearest, approximate or round, then what I would do is I would plug in 3.14 for pi, right? So in that case, I would do 3.14. Let me write it down here. And sometimes it'll tell you what to approximate. So if it wants it, if the question calls for it to be more precise, it might say, use 3.1415 or something like that. So here, If I multiply 2 times 3.14 times 3.9, we get 24 point, let's say it's a round to the nearest tenth. So then it would be 24.5. And then we would use the approximately symbol. Okay. Now what I'm missing on both of these, before I forget, are the units, right? So, and actually we're not given units, so just 3.9. So if you're not given units, sometimes you could put UN for units, just to be safe. All right. So that's how we do it. If we're given the radius, just multiply it by 2 and then multiply by pi, or just tag a pi on if we're trying to write it in terms of pi. Number 4, we're given the diameter. So we're going to use this formula. So I'm just going to say C equals pi times pi over 2, right? So now, by the way, if they don't specify, if it doesn't say in terms of pi or approximate, keep it exact. So this is kind of the default, all right, is keep it in terms of pi. So here, pi times pi over 2, you can just stick a 1 into that pi. Pi times pi is pi squared. And then 1 times 2 on the bottom is just 2, so pi squared over 2. So that would be our answer. In terms of pi, or exactly, if we're asked to approximate, we could plug in 3.14, square it, divide by 2. All right.